Hello everyone, this is POW Ponder On Weather coming at you with another video. In today's update, we're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Epsilon, with conditions becoming extremely favorable for it to explode in the Caribbean next week. So before I do get started, if you do like weather-related content, please subscribe to my channel, as I will upload about 5 videos a week to keep you updated. And I do ask you to share this video with your friends and family that are going to be impacted from this storm. So, all right, let's delve into the details. We've got a lot to talk about. What we're looking at here is the overall satellite picture currently, and you can see Invest 93L has a 20 to 30% chance from the National Hurricane Center of developing, and this is moving in a westward direction. But you also want to take your eyes to this little disturbance down here by Central America, by Honduras. There's what they call Central American Gyra, and this is the area of activity that I'm going to be kind of zeroing in on for tropical storm development as Invest 93L kind of propagates in that area and kind of festers as conditions become more favorable. If we take a look at the model guidance from that Invest 93L, it kind of shows all those members pretty much taking it into the Caribbean and setting the stage for lowering of low pressure in this area, and eventually having a tropical storm develop it, and that would be Epsilon. If we take a look at the latest CPC guidance, it just updated today, and all week they've had a moderate chance of a storm development by the 20th, but after the 21st, they've went ahead and gone on with a very high chance of a tropical storm development. And this is the area that I'm talking about, that I do expect Epsilon to form and really gain strength in a quick way, which I'll show you here in a little bit, because it has a lot of, there's no shear whatsoever. The environment that it's going to be going into is extremely favorable as conditions and as these thunderstorms, as upward rising motion air with less shear and very warm temperatures. Man, it's going to set the stage for this thing to explode in the Caribbean. And that ocean heat content is just another formula and adding fuel to the fire. You see, this is deep, dark, deep red ocean, warm waters in the Caribbean, and the combination of light shear, upward rising motion, warm waters. You saw what happened with Delta. So it's not going to take long. Once this thing kind of gets set and gets to spin, it's not going to take long to really kind of ramp up in a big way and start impacting some areas. But if we take a look at the overall latest EPS guidance, it has more members now than ever, showing something coming out of the Caribbean by next week and taking them all the way through. So areas that need to be concerned right now are Jamaica, for sure, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Grand Cayman, Cuba, anywhere along Florida. All this area needs to be under the gun of something big potentially coming out of this area at the Caribbean by next week and being a very strong storm. If we take a look at the latest GFS ensemble member guidance, it's got, this guidance has 35 members, and 21 out of the 35, 64% now, have a tropical storm or hurricane coming out of the Caribbean. So there's a really good guidance, and some of these are really low. This one drops it down to a 935 millibar. That would be a major hurricane. So some are showing hurricanes, some are even showing a major hurricane coming out of this region. So this is the area of concern that I'm giving you ample warning, because in 2005, we're actually coming up to the anniversary of Hurricane Wilma, and this is the area that it formed in just 15 years ago, almost to the day. Today's the 13th. It formed on the 15th, and for those 10 days, it finally made landfall in South Florida as a very intense hurricane at one point, if not the strongest on record. In 882, the eye was at one point was like a pinpoint, only 2 miles wide. That was an incredible storm, how rapidly it deepened. So this area is known for rapid, deep development. And the pattern is uncanny. Well, I'll show you. Was the setup over the United States back in 2005 when Hurricane Wilma came to fruition and hit South Florida. And look what's going to be looking like for the United States on the same day, on the 25th. The pattern recognition is uncanny. You still have the warm conditions out west. You've got the trough underneath. You've got that diving colder air into the southeast. And just, man, that is just incredible, almost to the day of pattern recognition. So yeah, things are coming together for something coming out of the tropics in a big way by next week. So let's take a look at the overall model guidance and kind of show you what I'm looking at by the 21st, where they say there's a high chance of a tropical storm development. I do think Epsilon will be named by then. It's only a minimal tropical storm. This is by the 21st, but you can see just 24 hours later, it deepens another 13, 15 millibars down to almost a hurricane by then, by the 22nd. This would be approaching Jamaica, but look at this. Just one more day and it explodes potentially to a major hurricane by then, and this would be over the island of Jamaica, raking in the northwest quadrant. So this is the area of concern. If you live in Jamaica, if you live in the Cayman Islands, the Grand Cayman Islands, in Cuba, and South Florida, you need to be on the lookout of this storm by the middle of next week, by the end of next week, of impacting your area. So if we take a look, kind of expand the view to the very next day, this even deepens even further down to a 943 millibar. And this would be a category 4 hurricane if this were to come to fruition, and basically taking over all over the island of Jamaica, going into Cuba. And if we take it out another frame, this would even deepen even further down to a 938 millibars. So definitely, and this guidance has been pretty consistent the last several days of something big coming out of the Caribbean, and conditions are extremely favorable for once this thing gets going. It's going to ramp up in a big way. So that's why I wanted to get this headline out there now, so you have plenty advanced warning, so you know what to prepare and what to look for. I always at this point kind of expect the worst and hope for the best. That's what I always kind of give it a guidance. So I wanted to give you ample warning of this storm. So if you have any of your friends and family that might live in the area, please share this video with them to let them know that the potential is on the table for something big coming out of the Caribbean for next week with Tropical Storm Epsilon. I appreciate you guys watching. Please like this video, leave your comments below, subscribe to my channel, and definitely catch me in the next video where I protect you before and after the storm.